So you have chosen to move to Thailand, leave it all behind and follow your dreams. You have chosen the red pill.
Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Now it's time to prepare for your journey. But know this, no matter how much or how long you prepare, you will never be ready for what is waiting for you in the land of smiles. Maybe my story can help you. Welcome to Thai Vibes. Sawadee Krap. Welcome to Khao Hinlek Phai, or viewpoint, which is the tallest point or mountain here in Hua Hin. If we just take a look around what it looks like on a beautiful Saturday morning. Now it's around 9 o'clock. So everything is very peaceful and quiet. Just enjoy the view. When I came back from my first trip to Thailand in 2004, I was hooked. I knew that I had to plan how I could return to paradise as soon as possible and one day live there, so my preparations began. Now, first things first, I knew that I had to go visit Thailand again before I made my big move. I wanted to learn about the culture and about the people and how it was like to live on the other side of the world. So I saved up for a year and took a 4-week vacation from the bank. My intentions were clear: travel around Thailand and learn as much as possible before returning to Denmark. My intentions were good, but my execution was not. Let me illustrate in a short video what happened on my first preparation trip to Thailand. Enjoy!
Everything that I could want, make me feel so beautiful. I've been waiting for so long, can't seem to get you off my mind. Feel like I'm living in a dream when you get so close to me. You're the antidote I need to feel like I'm in paradise.
I started in Hua Hin, and the idea was to spend 1 week here and then go south to explore the rest of Thailand. Now that didn't happen. I made all the mistakes one could possibly make. I almost immediately fell into the nightlife when I met 2 Germans that had a bar. And I fell in love with a lady of the night. Of course, I saw myself as the man, when in reality I was more like a slot machine. Now, working in a bank back in Denmark, I earned some decent money, but I was also a happy spender, even if I saw myself as financially responsible. Now, Thailand has that effect on you. My first preparation trip was a disaster, and the only thing I really learned was that hangover was better in Thailand than they are in Denmark, because you sweat out the alcohol faster. Now, back in Denmark, back in the bank, saving up money, missing my sweetheart, my beautiful mistress of the night. I didn't listen to anybody, even though I knew that her spell had a grip in me. I was certain that I was the only man for her.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
So it was finally time again, my second preparation trip to Thailand. But oh, how history repeats itself. It only took me 1 night to go out drinking and partying and everything else that comes along with it. I did have fun though, and looking back at everything today, I don't really regret anything. Now, if you come to Thailand or even move to Thailand, sooner or later you will most likely run into some monkeys. If you go on a trip, go up a mountain, there are monkeys everywhere. Now, just be a little bit aware of this, because they are not notorious at stealing things. So if you run into some monkeys, just be a little bit aware of your things, because maybe all of a sudden you will lose a camera, your wallet or your sunglasses. Now, third time I went to Thailand was a little bit different. I was still very much blindfolded by the same lady I so desperately fell for. However, on this trip, I learned a lesson, or I learned my lesson, and probably the most important lesson I could ever learn. See, I have grown up with a clear mind on how to spend my money, and I'm quite protective of the money that I earn. I had already spent quite a big amount of the nightlife in Thailand, and I knew it had to change. So it did. Long story short, I went from being the man to becoming a cheap Charlie, as they call it here. I closed the wallet with an immediate reaction from my dream girl. I was no longer compatible. Now, most people will call it a day and get angry and never see her again. I didn't. I saw this as an opportunity to learn from my mistakes. So I ended up moving in with her. No physical contact or any other kind, but I ended up learning exactly what I wanted to learn. See, I paid for her rent and some necessities, and in exchange, she taught me how bar girls operate. Now, why on earth would I be interested in learning something like this? Well, the answer is simple. When I was to move to Thailand, I would know exactly what to look for in a woman and what to keep away from. And that, my friends, are the most valuable lesson I have ever learned in my entire life. The result is that 3 months after I moved to Thailand, I met my Thai wife in what I would call a successful relationship. And we have been together for almost 14 years. So that was a lesson well learned. Now, later on, I will have a video of being Thai married, but one thing at a time. Now, that was a big step for me. I could finally move away from the bar environment. I started learning some Thai. I started to learn to drive a motorbike on the most dangerous roads in the entire world, and I learned my way around Hua Hin. Furthermore, I met some people who had stayed in Thailand for a long period of time. And that really helped, because sometimes it's easier to comprehend what people are telling you when you're meeting them face to face instead of just reading about it. Now, back in Denmark, I was ready to make my final preparations. I had moved in with my parents to save up some money. Now, some financial backup when going to Thailand is a very, very good idea, because it's not always things go the way you want them to go. Either maybe have some savings, a passive income, or if you have a house or an apartment in your country, maybe just keep that and rent it out until you're certain that Thailand is the place for you. Another important thing is insurance. For me, I just made a travel insurance for about 3 months, and almost after that I came to Thailand, I changed my insurance to a local one, because I met an agent here in Hua Hin, and I have been with them ever since. But please don't forget to make an insurance. The last thing I had to clear was my visa. Now, back in 2009, some visas were a little bit easier than they are today, and one of them was the educational visa. So I got a 3-year educational visa, which I only had to extend every year. So that was sorted as well. What I recommend in regards to visa is get your visa sorted before you go to Thailand. A very good idea is to use a visa agent, as the rules are changing all the time and it can be very difficult to navigate through it all. I was ready. Everything was packed, and in 2009 I left Denmark. My security net was gone. I left my job, my friends, my family, and the warm blanket of security, and left for the unknown. I was ready. I had prepared as much as I could. I had a visa, I had financial backup, I had a place to stay, and most of all, I had a lot of knowledge about the Thai nightlife, which I knew I had to leave sooner or later. My journey began. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you all again soon. Sawadee krap.